Susul.
Welcome to Under the Plumbob, the podcast about all things related to the EA Maxis series of games called The Sims. We are a couple of cool gals who have similar interests, and we like talking about everything that has to do with this excellent, decades-long game franchise. Today we are here with Team Social Bunny, featuring myself, Melissa, majoring in villainy, and here with me today is Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
What's your major?
I'm not sure yet.
It's okay. It's okay to be undecided.
Mm-hmm.
We're very early on in this journey because
Yes.
you guys, university is here.
Woohoo!
I don't know if you've been under a rock and not aware, or if you're very aware and are like, guys, why are you still talking about this? We've been playing for 25 years already. At this time that we are recording this, it's a couple days after the game officially is released. So if you're, waiting around to see if this game is worth your monies, your hard-earned dollars, then we're going to talk a little bit about kind of the hype leading up to it and what we know so far without having played. But you can stay tuned in the next few weeks for a first impressions of the game itself coming at you from Team Cowplant. Jessica, can you run us through the background of how we got to this fever pitch of excitement called University?
Sure. Well, there was breaking news on October 21st when they announced Discovery University would be released. Game Changers got an official orientation to university letter, which I think is pretty cool. James Turner, formerly of the Sim Supply, got a rejection letter, but that was a hoax.
Hysterical.
Yes, definitely. And in case you didn't know, Discovery University is the first pack to require 64-bit on the PC and non-Metal OS for Mac.
Yeah, this was kind of a weird, I don't want to say controversy, but this definitely raised some eyebrows, because I think if they were going to choose any pack to put out this news alongside of, it would be University, because everyone is so excited about University. So they probably strategically buried a little bit of not so great news in with this pack release. Yep. For the technology illiterate, I myself am included in that group. Basically, this just means if you're running an older system, if you have an older computer, a PC or a Mac, and you don't have the latest operating system, this may mean that Sims does not play on your computer anymore, which struck a lot of people by surprise, especially for those who downloaded the patch and, got the message of, sorry, you cannot play this. People were pissed, but we'll get into all that in a little bit. The good news is, if you are in that situation, there is a legacy edition of The Sims 4 available via Origin. You can find the link for that in the notes for this show episode. You do have to have The Sims 4 already installed on your computer. So you have to have purchased the game, but there is a version that you can get that will allow you to run the legacy version, but you will only be able to play everything prior to University.
Okay. Patch notes. There will be a community-voted stuff pack in 2020. And to be able to vote in that, you need to turn on the option in Take a Survey in your Sims 4 options menu.
Heck yes.
Yes. And for the voting, they have the theme and gameplay. They have arts and crafts, self-care routines, fun tech, which would be like sports, Pokemon Go, and a hologram friend, science and technology, and happy haunts, which Roxy says that one should obviously be the winner for.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. The following survey topics are art style, clothing selections, object selections, and title for the pack.
So, I don't know if you remember, a couple months ago now, that we had this little tournament-style ranking of different topics that the community voted on to see, what would make the next EP, the next pack. So this seems to be a spiritual successor of that, and to me, this is just like a really great, just another way that Sims and the developers are saying, hey, we're listening. We want to hear you. Tell us what you want next, because obviously, like, what else could they do at this point? They made University. We can all just throw our torches and pitchforks down and play the game happily. I'm sure no one will ever want anything ever again.
No, never.
Never. So the patch itself came out for PC and Mac on Tuesday, November 12th. It was accompanied by a Maxis Monthly, again, I think to kind of balance out the, like, this is a big patch, this is going to be a big change. But here is a nice little session with the developers to walk you through how this is going to work. The main features of this patch are here to support Discover University. But if you don't have Discover University and you update your game, you'll still have some of these features in the base game, including transportation category in build and buy mode.
Ooh. They have household transferable funds, with a second hidden feature being able to transfer funds between families.
Send me that college money, Mom. I need to buy some food in the dining hall. You can now assign sides of the bed. So, I mean, as every adult couple or just human being in general knows, there's a better side of the bed. And I have it, so.
Computer security settings, so you can assign computers to specific Sims.
Thank God. Oh my God. This hopefully, in theory, will prevent the biggest trope of The Sims 4, which is, oh, hi, you've come over to my house. Come on in. I've made you some great food. This is my pet. Hey, where are you going? Oh, you're immediately walking into my bedroom and sitting down at my computer. Thank you so much. So this hopefully will circumvent that little quirk that's already in the game.
Hopefully.
What else we got?
We got more holiday content for kids and toddlers, which will be added to the free holiday celebration pack.
Yay. Oh, I can't wait to explore that. This one just says stretchy columns. So while that does not sound particularly structurally sound, I'm assuming that it, allows you to stretch columns up and down to match the height of your raising up, like a raised foundation, or, this is kind of like a build mode win, I think, for some builders.
Although I was picturing like rubber columns or something like that.
Yeah, which doesn't seem like something I'd want to support my second story balcony, but listen, to each their own.
There's an enlarged UI for enhanced visual accessibility, and it can be made smaller or larger.
Pretty cool. A hip-hop station was added to the base game with some maybe new tracks. We're not really sure. We haven't done this research yet. But listen to these tracks. If you're in your game, let us know if they are new to the game, or maybe there's some like Sims 2 or 3 throwbacks. Let us know. Write to us, undertheplumbob.com. New tracks. So there are tracks that came with the Get Famous pack that are still specific to that pack. Here's some of the highlights now from the patch notes themselves. We have a couple of very silly ones that the team really enjoyed.
Sims will now place grilled food on the table appropriately instead of in their inventory.
Thank goodness. I mean, how many times have I found like grilled fruit in my Sims inventory and been like, this is spoiled as of like 10 days ago. What are you doing? Idle Sims will no longer drink water excessively. First of all, that was not an issue for me. Like, I noticed that, like, if a Sim doesn't get, told what to do, after a while, they'll just go to the fridge and get some water. It's good to hydrate. # team hydrate. Yes. So I think this is important that, like, but I understand. Now you can hydrate voluntarily, I suppose.
Rare and uncommon harvestables will now be produced at higher rates when splicing.
That's good news for our gardener simmers. They fixed an issue in which Sims were not able to wash dishes or use the dishwasher if there were shelving units above the sink or the dishwasher. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. See, I was getting that glitch, but I just thought the dishwasher was broken, which is true to life because my real life dishwasher is in a constant state of disrepair.
Oh, no. They fixed an issue which made paying bills via phone not fulfilled. If Simmers queued any other action before it, it would complete.
This happens to me all the time. I am constantly like getting the bills notification saying, oh, through the beauty of modern technology, I can just pay it on my phone. And then 2 seconds later, my lights are going out because they never paid their bill. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Vendors will no longer use your Sims fireplace as an imaginary portal to mysterious places. Hashtag Hogwarts Mystery. Hashtag Flute Network. I didn't have this glitch, but I am now very interested to go find some YouTube videos of that happening. What? Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish I had seen that before the patch.
Yeah, me too. Very interesting. Okay.
Focus Sims can now go back to hacking work process when they reach level 6.
Great. Sims will now autonomously interact with each other if one is sitting down and the other is standing. Okay.
Good. There's an updated Muslim-inspired assets, so clipping is not apparent below the Sim's chin.
Very cool. Kind of updating those graphics to, make it true to the fashion style. Very good. Let's see. Sims that despise each other and have no romantic relationship will no longer greet each other with a passionate kiss. If that line is not just like the perfect epitome of like just Sims social interaction.
Yeah. I hate you. I hate you too. Here, let me kiss you.
It's great to see you.
They fixed an issue in which railings were clipping into the walls.
Oh, this is good. I can't wait to see this because I feel like this happens to me all the time.
Oh, it happens to me too. So much.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Collar jean jacket will clip less with various hairstyles. Oh, I bet that's probably the baby Ariel jean jacket, like the denim jacket. I feel like that's true, that it did not go well with several hairstyles. Great.
Yeah.
Glad that that's fixed.
In Get to Work, patient Sims that are referred to the surgery table will no longer leave in the middle of a surgery. Great.
That's good news. Yeah, that's a major health hazard. So good to know. For City Living, there's a patch that updated the pricing of counters and cabinets to be more consistent with the rest of the build mode catalog. Very helpful. I mean, listen, everything is more expensive in the city. This is true, but I'm glad that they even this out.
Mm-hmm. Also in City Living, they promote cause daily tasks will now be fulfilled with the promote policies interaction.
For cats and dogs, they fixed an issue in which all stray dogs were large dogs. Now they can be all sizes. I think this is fitting. There are some tiny baby dog strays that happen sometimes.
Also in cats and dogs, Lighthouse Woohoo Spot is back in business.
Hallelujah. All of you pervy simmers. Mm-hmm. Rejoice. Also in cats and dogs, this is a really good one. Dogs will no longer try to put the cat wand away because they're not able to, and when they try to, they stretch into some mystical form. They will not do that anymore. It's also very unrealistic for dogs to put their own toes away. So that's not true. My boyfriend's parents had one dog once who would put her own toys away. Her name was Penny. She was very cute. You would throw her a toy to play with, and she'd pick it up and put it in her crate like a little dragon.
Oh, nice.
She's very sweet.
My dog does not do that. She will just look at the toys.
Let me just stare at this.
Yep. And some clothing items in cats and dogs had some clipping issues that they improved on.
Excellent. All right, let's see. Seasons. Child and teen Sims are now spawning to knock on doors during the holiday season with Trick or Treat. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I haven't played in Seasons with the Trick or Treat, and I remember in 3, which I believe is your forte, Jessica. Mm-hmm. Like that whole system is a little bit more working. Is that
a little bit? Although
right?
My game, I only ever had 1 or 2 people ever show up to get candy. The rest of it, I had to send my kids around town to get candy.
Sure, yeah. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I've ever played with trick-or-treating in 4, because I want to say it was glitchy for me in 3 too. But now that this patch is out, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Also in Seasons, it is less likely to rain at GeekCon festivals now, which should help keep those computers safe.
Thank God, because how obnoxious would it be to show up at GeekCon, you're so excited to do all kinds of geek-related activities, and everything's broken because of the rain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was brutal. Let's see. Also for seasons, Simmers playing with low graphics settings can now see improved textures when Sims are wearing scout uniforms. Did not know that this was a major need, but glad it's improved.
Yes, definitely.
Scout uniform texture. Okay, yes. Great.
In Get Famous, the talent showcase events will no longer sometimes occur in an invalid location.
Yeah, I feel like that happened to me a bunch, and I don't play too much into Get Famous. I haven't really even made a successful famous sim yet, but I feel like what was stopping me early on was like, oh, cool, I've been sent somewhere and I cannot get in and nothing is happening. So let's see. Here we go. Oh, Island Living. They fixed the issue where mermaid children were not allowed to take baths inside tubs, which
That's good.
is typically where baths occur.
Yeah.
I think this happened to me, and I feel like I put a screenshot of it on our social media of just like a little child mersim just hanging out outside of the tub. God bless you.
Also in Island Living, Sims can now release fish back into the ocean, and Roxy wants to know what? How? We must find out.
I kind of love this. It's like you can be a like fish connoisseur and like catch your fish, but if you're, I don't know, a child of the island, I don't know if this interacts with that aspiration. I'm just going off of my own headcanon, but we can let them go. We can let Nemo back into the world.
Yep. A lot more humane.
Yes, exactly. Finally, in Island Living, mermaid sims that have been turned into skeletons can now take a bath. You got to keep those bones clean, you know what I'm saying?
Nice and shiny white.
Yeah. Roxy makes another note. What have I been doing with my life if not discovering stuff like this? So this, I think, is so for jungle adventure, if you go exploring, you can be turned into a skeleton. But I guess if you perhaps created a mermaid who also went out and liked to explore, when they turn into a skeleton, they can now take a bath. Because prior to this, of course, skeletons, well known for just not loving baths. That's like a well-known thing. Apparently.
Well-known, yes. Well documented.
It's new in Realm of Magic.
Realm of Magic. Spellcasters with the Bloodline trait will no longer have their rank reset if they reach the Virtuoso rank.
Huh. Interesting. Also, potions can now be sold for simoleons, so #profit. Very exciting. And the mosquito pack, which we all love so much, fix an issue in which some cases the game would freeze while in photo mode. All right. Without further ado.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on University in general, about what it means for 4, about what you feel about it in terms of the whole series so far? Lay it on me.
I am super excited. I am actually going to get this pack at some point when I have money. But I love playing Sims 3 University. I don't play it in every game, but I try to incorporate it in most of my games. And it at least with 3, it brought so much of a more like real world kind of feel to the game.
I agree.
So I'm excited to see how it works with Sims 4.
Me too. So here's what we have so far. Again, if you're listening to this, the game's already out, but if you're, waiting out to see what the deal is, here's a little background about the game. So University is finally here. Explore all the experiences college has to offer. Take classes that set your Sims up for success in engineering, education, or law careers. Discover robotics and ping pong, or make some mischief pulling pranks against the rival school. Study hard, sleep in, and high-five the school mascot. Just make sure to keep those grades up.
Settle into school. Begin a new chapter for your Sim at the historical University of Brightchester or the modern Foxbury Institute. Live in a dorm room or off campus. Explore Brightchester on a bicycle, spend time in the student commons, or have a study session at the library. Cheer on the student body at the school spirit event and wear school colors to show your Sim's pride.
Stay classy, enroll in a university, and choose classes that pique your interest. Biology, computer science, art history, or even villainy. That's totally going to be my major. Hi, I majored in villainy. Attend a lecture or work on term papers and presentations. The more your sim learns, the more successful they'll be. Going to classes or blowing them off will affect your sim's grades, so time management is a must. Let me just pause here and say this, depending on where you went to school, can be true. Depending on some classes are like big enough where if you don't actually go to class, like it doesn't actually matter. Yeah. Stay in school, kids, if you're listening. But like I definitely had courses in college that even like up to senior year were small enough courses where the professors took attendance. So yeah, it does matter.
Yeah, my college was small enough that literally every single class I had to be at.
There you go. It's important.
Hey. Meet, mingle, and explore. How your sim embraces college life is up to you. Study all night to finish homework or chill out and sleep in. With activities like juice pong, juggling a soccer ball, and hanging out with roommates, taking a break has never been so fun. Join school organizations like robotics, debate, art, or even a mysterious secret society. Ooh. As the year progresses, sims become their best selves and discover who they are meant to be.
Now, I don't know too much about this secret society, but I hope that it's not like a dangerous one.
Yeah.
Anyone following the news of today knows that some secret societies can be not great. It's not always a good look. But if it's like a fun secret society that isn't harmful or sexist or racist or terrible, then yay!
Yeah.
I've also noticed the stark lack of Greek life in this one, which I find very interesting. Mm-hmm. I think I want to leave it at that, but I'm definitely excited to play and kind of explore like what they have instead of Greek life. It looks like there are a lot of like club organizations that you can join, but I'm definitely it's very different from University in 2 and 3. And I don't know if that's because Greek life hasn't had a great PR existence in the past couple, the last decade or so, but who's to say? So, express your campus style. Make your sim space cozy with dorm room decor that reflects their personality. Develop their style in any way you choose, whether wearing late for class sweatpants or their best self outfits. There's always a way to show school spirit or impress a classmate. What would you say your school style was when you were at college, Jessica?
Definitely late for class sweatpants.
Same. Hardcore. I would look at the people who were coming in like full on like a scarf and like their like cute top, and I'd be like, it is so cold today. I rolled out of bed, and so for most of my college career I commuted to a campus in the city, so I lived at home and I commuted, and damn if I wasn't wearing like leggings and like a hoodie and no makeup ever, really. But I don't know, different priorities are important. And if you were dressing as your best self, good for you. But that was not me at all.
Nope. I would show up to my 8 a.m. class and there would be a girl next to me who was dressed to the nines like she was going to the office, and I would be in my pajamas.
Amazing. All about that life. So this is another EA blog post, which you can find on their website, but we're going to roll kind of through some of the hot items. You've got 3 different sections on the map. One is Brightchester University, which I think is like your standard, just like your standard university college campus. Then there's Foxbury Institute, which I think is the more of a tech college, like, I don't know, like an MIT or maybe like a Drexel University. Shout out to my alma mater. And then this third area, so I think the section in the middle is like your campus town, like maybe where some of the classes are or where some of the residencies, oh goodness, some of your residences exist. University of Brightchester. This bastion of higher education is particularly known for molding students into smart, well-rounded sims ready to face the world's challenges. The University of Brightchester offers a variety of degree paths for its students, including distinguished offerings strongly focused on the arts and humanities. The degrees you can get there: biology, computer science, economics, physics, psychology, and villainy. There are distinguished degrees, which I guess are like a different type of degree, and you can get those. The ones there are art history, culinary arts, drama, fine art, history, language and literature, and communications. Shout out again for my major. University of Brightchester, I think, I don't know if we're calling you Bright or the game is calling you Bright, which I love that. On game day, in the Brightchester Spirit Corps organization, your sim can socialize, show off their dance moves, maybe do a keg stand, and promote Dragon Pride. Yes, dragons! That was my school mascot as too. Drexel Dragons, shout out. If they want to explore their creative side, they can head to the canal by the Commons for some outdoor figure painting with the Art Society. They can socialize or go head-to-head with some of the university's best and brightest in the Challenging Debate Guild. So that's University of Brightchester. From the map that I'm seeing, I am guessing... Let's see. Brightchester is like the dragons. So they, I think, are like the right-hand side of the map. And if this is obviously an audio medium, so I'm doing absolutely nothing for you, the listener, check out the show notes for, the description of this episode or undertheplumbob.com or just Google Sims 4. This is everywhere and you'll be able to find it. So what about the other side of things?
At Foxbury Institute. Okay. Your sim may want to opt for a more modern campus focused on creating innovative leaders, and the Foxbury Institute should be a great fit. This premier university boasts impressive facilities as well as both events and distinguished degree programs geared towards science and technology. So their regular degrees are art history, culinary arts, drama, fine art, history, language and literature, and communications. And their distinguished degrees are biology, computer science, economics, physics, psychology, and villainy. So it just seems like the opposite of Brightchester.
Cool.
Some of Foxbury's great organizations and events include the Foxbury Spirit Squad, where your sim can don the red and gold to support their school at Spirit School Day with a juice keg, juice pong, and maybe even a little streaking. That's I'm actually excited. That was one of my favorite things about Sims 3 University. It's the streaking.
Love it.
When it's time to take a break from cramming, your sim can attend bar night with the Brainiacs Honor Society for a little rest and relaxation. Want your sim to help lead the way to the inevitable robot uprising? They'll love creating their future overlords with the bot savants. And if your bot has what it takes to reign supreme in the Utilibot contest, head to the quad to enter and see if your sim will be the next bot master.
I love it. Robots are back. This is a big deal. So, overall, I think Brightchester is more like a humanities-focused school, like your standard college, and then Foxbury, it sounds like, is more of a tech school, like an MIT or, why can't I think of another tech school? Anyway, MIT. That's a fine example.
Yep.
Or Caltech, or, I don't know. I didn't go to a tech school. I mean, technically I did, but I went for a humanities major. So anyway, so if I'm going to university in The Sims, but I am a member of the Broke family, what options are open to me in terms of financial aid?
Whether your sim chooses the hallowed halls of the University of Brightchester with its focus on arts and humanities, or the cutting-edge Foxbury Institute and its science and tech slant, there's a ton to do, see, and learn as they journey through higher education. But before they start packing their bags, doing a little research on how they're going to pay for education is a good idea. There are tons of scholarships and grants available for both academically and athletically gifted students, as well as need-based scholarships. If your sim has already started down their career path and wants to further their education, they may want to consider a career scholarship. You'll be able to find out which scholarships are available for your sims to help cover their college costs. Your sims also have the opportunity to take out student loans to help fund their education, but be aware that payments will be due as soon as they graduate.
So I feel like this is a very polarizing feature for this expansion pack. I am in the camp of let's have more realism. This isn't awesome news, but I feel like it's enough of a non-bummer to be in here and included. Plus, if you don't want to deal with financial aid, just cheat. just enter cheat codes and pay for school that way. But for me personally, this is something I like. How do you feel?
I feel, I like that too. It just gives it a little bit more of a realistic aspect to it.
Mm-hmm. I can hear Vanity. I can hear her in my ear going, this sucks. I play this game as an escape. I don't want to have to deal with financial aid in real life. I got my own loans. Listen, I got my own school loans. They're real. But I feel like this, to me, this is something that enhances my game. So if you are like us and you think that this is kind of a cool feature, then yay. If not, motherload, motherload, motherload.
Exactly.
So this little section is on college life, and it says, both schools offer students a variety of amenities and opportunities to live either on campus or off. Decorating dorm rooms, hanging out with roommates, or just playing a little ping pong are only a few of the new experiences your Sims can look forward to. Need to study for a big exam? Why not join a cram session at the Commons? Don't forget to squeeze in some after-school fun activities like joining the esports or soccer team, to put skills in the spotlight, or head to a spirit event at the bar dressed in their best school colors. However, while pulling pranks on the other university or doing a little painting in the park can be a lot of fun, don't let your Sims have too much fun so that they forget to hand in their term papers, do their exams, presentations, and homework. Let your Sims get too distracted and their grades are going to drop. So that could lead to big problems if they're relying on scholarships or a grant to stay in school. So not only do you have that like financial incentive if you want to play that way, it's kind of on top of that. Like if you gotta like, if you have to pay for school using a scholarship, you are held accountable for that scholarship. It's not like you won this scholarship and that money is yours. In real life, if you step out of line, if you are on a scholarship, then that can be used against you. Mm-hmm. So
they'll take that money away.
Yeah. What was your college situation like? I already mentioned I lived on campus for my first year, and then I moved back home. I went to a school 30 minutes away from home, so I commuted for kind of the back half of my college experience. What about you?
I started at a regular traditional style college, and I lived on campus there for 2 years, and then I ended up leaving there and going to a tech/trade school and commuting into the city for that one.
Nice. So you went from like a Brightchester to a Foxbury type school.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which, if you want your Sim to do that, I assume that you will be able to. I actually don't know. Like, I wonder how transferring works. I can't imagine it would be, make or break. Like in the real world, you switch your game plan all the time. So I'm excited to play and see how that works in the game. So as we mentioned, you have to have Sims 4 to play this. You have some new system requirements for both PC and Mac. November 15th was the release date for the PC and Mac version, but the game is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on December 17th, 2019. So that's about a month difference, and I feel like we've had a shorter time frame in between PC release and console release in recent memory. So like Realm of Magic, I think it was like a week or two apart, which was like crazy short. But for this being an expansion pack, like a true like bigger pack, it doesn't surprise me that it's back to a month apart. So if you, depending on what you got, if you want university, those are your dates to be aware of. So shall we run through the majors you can get one more time? There's a great little screenshot of all the majors you can have, and they use some of the icons that we're familiar with that correspond.
Okay, we got culinary arts, drama, fine art, biology, communications, economics, physics, computer science, language and literature, villainy, psychology, history, and art history.
I think it's really interesting that they called the language and literature major language and literature, because I feel like I've heard of majoring in literature, but I am in America, and here they just call it an English major. Yeah. But that's not something that translates to other places in the world that play this game. So I think it's that's just one of the things that stuck out to me. I thought it was very interesting.
Roxy here, and as an English major, I can confirm that it should definitely be called literature and linguistics, because English just makes us sound stupid.
There was a Twitch stream on November 8th reporting out on what we can expect. Some of these things we talked about a little bit, but these are some of the highlights from that Max's Monthly broadcast that we wanted to share with you guys. So,
okay. You can apply for scholarships based on merit, need, location, or skill.
Good to know. The roommate system is back for on-campus housing, so you can look at ads for roommates and get rid of your roommates. Some are neat and some are slobs.
Oh, nice.
Do you have any roommate horror stories?
Oh, I have several.
Okay.
I lived with a girl who first of all, she lifted her bed up to the ceiling and then kept her alarm clock down on the floor. So it took her 5 minutes to get up and turn off the alarm every morning.
That is a straight up nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And her alarm was actually Hinder's Lips of an Angel. So to this day, I still cannot listen to that song.
The same song the whole time?
Yes. Every day.
Oh my God. That is hellish.
Mm-hmm.
I had the one who rigged the door. So it was a dorm where when the door swung closed, it would automatically lock, which I see as a pretty valid safety measure in a school with brand new adults who are pretty much children. But she rigged the door so it wouldn't automatically lock so that her friends could come and go as they pleased while I was, in there sleeping, studying.
Oh, no.
Would let her friends sleep in her bed, and they snored.
Oh, no.
There was one that snored really loud, and I looked up. I'm like, that's not even my roommate sleeping and snoring really loud. What else? She was very nice. She was very sweet, and I wasn't the best roommate either because I had my boyfriend there a lot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so everyone's got a roommate story. And I think the people who have positive roommate stories are probably still friends with those roommates. So,
also, Sims have the option of attending classes while staying home, in quotation marks.
I'm sorry, what? So, I wonder how that works. I wonder if it's like you can go to, I wonder if it's like a rabbit hole class. Mm-hmm. If you don't live on campus, like you could be a commuter, I wonder.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You can buy objects for your dorm room, similar to buying supplies for a vacation world. Okay, that makes sense. So it's kind of a place that you can go for a moment in time, I think. I don't know. Yeah. It sounds like, and I had this theory before we fully knew what the plan was with university. It sounds like you can choose to attend university for a certain period of time. And once your time is up, once the semester's over, you move back home. And that lends itself to the idea that, if you have too much fun and don't go to class, then when it's time to be done, then you might fail your classes. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
A chest object allows your sim to stash their stuff, like a personal inventory, maybe?
Oh, I needed this. I have needed this for so long in Sims 4. Very excited.
Yes.
An expanded microwave menu has been added for slackers. Whoa, first of all, that's very bold word choice. Microwave connoisseurs like myself are very offended.
Mm-hmm. A lot of my meals are cooked in microwaves.
Yeah. Back off, haters.
Laptops and PCs can be locked for personal use.
Yes, this is as we mentioned earlier. So this is the patch that allowed this in the base game, but I think it was introduced with this expansion pack so that if you got a nosy roommate who's trying to get on your computer, you can be like, hey, get out of here.
Not yours.
Let's see. IKEA is back, sort of. The brand is called ICEA. Get it? So ICEA. It's spelled ICYA. So yeah, no, we love puns here at Under the Plumbob.
Perfect. Bikes work in any world, and Sims wear helmets. Always wear your helmets, kids.
That's true. It's very important. But bikes, this is big. This is our first mode of transportation item. What do you think that means for other modes of transportation?
Ooh, we're going to get cars soon.
Very exciting. I mean, technically, I guess broomsticks were a personal transportation item, but bikes, if you're not a witch, or if you are a witch, or if you're a witch who likes to bike, who knows? Maybe you're the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm not here to judge. Let's see. There are organizations, school organizations. This is probably going to work a lot like clubs from Get to get together. I mess this up every time. Clubs are from get together, not get to work.
Statues can be defaced or cleaned, and rival mascots can show up and start fights. If they lose, they can lose their heads. Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, if you get mad, that you can really lose your head in a fight. Oh, wait, no, like lose their
mascot heads? Yeah.
Oh, boy. Please hide the children. Please shield their eyes. I like the graffiti on statues thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
That's pretty cool.
We got 2 familiar faces in University. The pre-made Sims include, drumroll please, the Pleasant Twins, who are back. Shockingly, not shockingly, they attend opposing universities. So one is at Foxbury and one is at Brightchester. If I had to guess, probably Angela over at Brightchester and Lilith at Foxbury. Well, I don't know. Maybe Lilith is doing her art thing. I actually haven't played with them in a long time, so I don't remember what their particular skill sets were, but I feel like, I don't know. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I want to figure that one out.
Just recorded an episode on the Pleasants and the Dreamers, their whole lore episode we just recorded, and that should be out very soon, so stay tuned for more stuff on the Pleasants.
You can build bots that do all kinds of special tasks like gardening, partying, fixing, etc. Just keep them out of the rain.
Okay, but like a gardening robot is a game changer.
That is.
Like that's going to make my massive farm lot just so much easier. I mean, unless it rains, then we're not good. Simbots are back, which as we mentioned, it looks like, I don't know if, I am assuming that these are the robots that you can build, but it is said that they are called servos now. They are playable, but they cannot procreate. And they have 4 needs: fun, social, durability, and charge. So that's interesting. So you can be a robot. You can play as a robot.
Cool. Your sim can also wear a robotic suit. Hello, Iron Man.
Hell yeah. You can use the research machine or interact with the statue to find out more about secret societies. Interact with the statue. Interesting. Okay.
School term is 5 days long.
Okay. So you got a week. You got a week, people. Don't get distracted. Oh, the Repo Man. Remember him?
Oh.
The Repo Man is back. Will show up if you don't pay off your loans after graduation. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
What a great reason to bring back the Repo guy. That's awesome.
Shower Woohoo works on most shower units.
What? They brought back Shower Woohoo. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. My life. Eyebrow and nose piercings are back. Shout out, special thanks to Sim Guru Morgan, who I believe was the main driver in that accessory, coming back.
Woo!
Very, very exciting stuff.
Yes.
So that's about it for University. We have a couple other items that we gleaned from recent Sim news. There's a couple of new Sims that you can get from the gallery. Have you heard about this?
No, I'm looking through the pictures now. That's pretty cool.
It looks like we've got 3 Realm of Magic sages. These are the ones from the trailer for Realm of Magic, and now you can download them, which is great.
Nice.
They all look hella fine.
Yeah.
And then this is a familiar face. Are you a fan of the new adventures, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
I just started it recently. It's really good.
It's very scary.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
The actress who plays Sabrina, Kiernan Shipka, she has a sim self along with her dog Frankie, who is a big black dog, and I just love that for her. And it's great. It's got her hair. I think it's perfect. And if you want to see more Sabrina makeovers, check out our social media because we've definitely posted the Kiernan Shipka version of Sabrina, Rebecca's version of her on our social media, and a couple more magic sims. Ooh. What else do we have going on?
We have an article for these queer gamers. The Sims franchise is a safe haven by Cass Marshall. That was October 21st in Polygon. The author's a female presenting she, her, who finds it comforting to have close cropped hair and be addressed by sir as strangers. The flexible gender identity settings in The Sims 4 is a refuge for her and others like her who need to or want to have that flexibility. She's quoted, "As society and our language for gender and its presentation evolve, The Sims 4 has managed to grow in pace with many of those changes." And the article also touches on the repeating theme of finding yourself in The Sims, which is such a beautiful thing about the whole fandom, everything to do with The Sims. Mm-hmm.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, it's from the very beginning. There has been kind of a queer influence in this game, and it's something that we talk about on a couple of our episodes. Definitely check out episode 16, Increasing Visibility. We talk about representation in The Sims. We talk a little bit about it throughout our other episodes, but that's kind of our main spot where we address some of the ways that we see Sims really doing inclusion well. So check that out if you're interested, and check out that article on Polygon. We have here a couple of university college stories. Looks like we kind of already went through ours. You want to read a couple of our teammates' college experiences?
Sure. Roxy said her freshman dorm had one stove in the basement. We made cookies once. We also had a microwave in the community kitchen on our floor with a cracked door. We used to start it up and run into the hallway for fear of being irradiated. Our running gag was microwave may induce menstruation.
We had an oven on our floor. We had like a kitchen on our floor that just constantly smelled like burnt popcorn because the people on my floor did not know how to make popcorn.
I think ours always smelled like ramen. A lot of ramen eaters.
Of course. Burnt ramen and like burnt styrofoam. Jen on our team, she's one of our behind the scenes queens. Jen says, "I smashed my face into a door first year in college." Ouch. That sounds very on brand for me, so I feel that pain.
Vanity says, "I used to play poker in the elevator. We were so annoying. We took up the entire elevator."
Just like elevator poker. Just like, yep, this is our spot that we're going to do this in. Hilarious. Sweet baby Marissa says, "I experienced my first hangover in college. I was newly 21 and had spent the last night drinking tequila with my roommates. The next morning for class, I had a minor headache. Thanks, youth. And was craving McDonald's, but didn't think anything about it. After class, the craving was still strong, so I went to McDonald's and got 2 cheeseburgers and a hot coffee, and that is still my hangover cure to this day."
Oh, nice.
That's magical. That is fantastic. I think we're going to pivot now into our new segment, Creator Spotlight. For a new segment that we do on Social Bunny, we're going to talk a little bit about a creator. This episode, we're going to talk about Simmers Digest, which is a podcast created by user TechnoBabble. It is a podcast for all the Simmers out there, highlighting a cross-section of people just starting in the Simverse and those of us who have been around for quite some time. So it originally started out as a Tumblr blog focused on highlighting Simmers in the community, and then it branched out into a podcast. We know that life.
Yeah.
The podcast is a companion to the online magazine Simmers Digest, sort of this Tumblr space that is created for the Sims community, featuring interviews with Simmers, tours of things that are in the gallery, and even helpful hints on getting your YouTube channel going.
You can find it at simmersdigest.tumblr.com.
I'm a fan of this. It's this great way to engage with the community and hear from Simmers who aren't just like the same old big names, you know, your James Turner and your Deligracy. This is kind of a niche venue, vehicle, sort of like we are. So this is our friend of the podcast, Simmers Digest. Also
listen, leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The episodes are posted weekly on Saturday, which is perfect holdover between our episodes on Wednesdays.
Totally. Big thanks to Genjamu for giving us a shout out on episode 3 of Simmers Digest. We so appreciate it, and we wanted to pay this goodwill back with a little shout out for you guys. So thanks so much. We love a podcast friend.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of shout outs, we have a couple this week. First of all, from Leslie, who we've heard from before, but in her shout out, she gives a little love to another friend of the podcast, Ryan Mills. Leslie says, I have a confession. I was behind in Under the Plumbob Podcast episodes and just listened yesterday to the one featuring Ryan Mills. I may or may not have fangirled so hard. So, I low-key love you, Ryan. That's all. We feel the same way. Ryan Mills, we love you so much.
Roxy here again to tell you that Ryan's podcast is called Under the Horror Dome. No relation. But if you like horror movies or horror fiction or both, give it a listen. And don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review his show as well if you like it. Bye.
Okay. The Lipscomb wife on Instagram told us how she uses the show. She said, listening to @PlumbobCast while I clean today. # Under the Plumbob Podcast. That's what when I usually listen to podcasts is when I'm cleaning. So I feel you there.
I am most productive when cleaning and listening to a podcast at the same time. Coming up next on the show, you can expect to hear from Team Llama. We talk a little bit about some Sims 2 families, including the Pleasants and the Dreamers, as I mentioned. They're going to make a showing in university. So if you want to hear a little bit about their background, Lilith and Angela, who will be attending college, check out that episode.
Team Cowplant will be reviewing a little something called Discover University.
What up?
Make sure you...
Yeah, so while this is kind of background on the pack in general, they're going to give a little bit of first impressions. They will have played the game, and they'll basically break down how they feel about the game so far. I think it's time for our big long list of plugs.
Yep. Our social media plugs. You can find us at Plumbobcast on Instagram and Twitter, Plumbob Podcast on Reddit, Under the Plumbob Podcast on Facebook and Tumblr. Our website is undertheplumbob.com, and our email is undertheplumbob@gmail.com. We are also on Twitch and YouTube, where we provide video content. Just look up Under the Plumbob Podcast. We have a weekly Twitch stream at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S., and one of our Simizens, Dom, NerdyDude247 on Twitter, has stepped up as our console expert.
Woo!
Check out his weekly posts on Tumblr at Under the Console, with hyphens between the words, and stay tuned for a future guest appearance. Subscribe, rate, and review. We are on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Our 2019 goal is 100 reviews on Apple, so we would really appreciate a review there.
Do it!
Yes. Patreon. Follow our page and check out our options. Everybody who contributes gets an invitation to our private Discord channel. Fancy.
Woo!
And we also have merch.
We have merch! This is so cool!
We have merch!
You can put our stuff on your stuff.
Get all the things. Yes.
My face on a sweatshirt. It's not my face. It's our great logo. Definitely buy that instead.
T-shirts, bags, mugs, all that stuff. Yes.
All the things.
Woo.
Thank you so much to our behind the scenes queens this episode for all of this great background on Discover University. Roxy was involved in some of these notes, and thank you to everyone on our team who watched Maxis Monthly live and got some content there. Thanks as always to the great Sims fan sites out there who provide a ton of our content: Sims Community, Sims VIP, the EA site, the official Sims 4 site, Carl's Sims Guide. Thank you, Carl. Iron Seagull, YouTube. There's a site that's new to us that we've been getting some new research from, so want to give a shout out to them, Llama Sims News. They're, of course, honorary members of Team Llama.
Yes.
And thank you, if you have this in your ear holes right now, thank you so much for tuning in, downloading this podcast, and thank you extra for, rating and reviewing us, just like a little side thing you can do if you want. And always reach out to us at all of our social media locations that we've mentioned already.
Yes. We love hearing from you.
We really do. Please tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear more of. We want to know.
Yes.
Because we're out of ideas. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding. We're only a little bit out of ideas. Because, at some point they're going to stop releasing all these great expansion packs, right? They have to, right? Mm-hmm. Unless you vote in the Origin poll, the Origin survey, whatever, for whatever you want next. Definitely do that.
Yep.
So it's odd for me to say this right now, but it is time, I think, for us to go back to the real world. Jessica, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me again.
We are out of here. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Badish. Dag dag.
Sorry, editor song.
We're so sorry. We're doing our best. We believe in you.